It's Monday, August 29th, and the Fall FCAC Tour has rolled into Trumbull today. And in between speaking with athletes and coaches, we have a rundown of some of the latest local headlines for you, including that Bridgeport police say the slaying of the 18-year-old Stanford man, Shane Slinsky, appears to be the result of a drug deal gone bad. The teen was shot twice in the head on Saturday afternoon. Bridgeport police are investigating the incident as a homicide. The Connecticut Post reports that detectives have not identified a suspect or a motive. Police also did not find any shell casings in the area and have not interviewed anyone who saw the shooting take place. Witnesses at the scene said they did not see anyone fleeing the dead-end street around the time of that shooting. And in other news, a 25-year-old Stanford man became the victim of an apparent wire fraud scheme after responding to a Craigslist ad for work. Darien police said the man met with a Craigslist poster regarding a personal assistant position back in June. The man said the potential employer was an older man in his late 50s with a European accent, and they met in Stanford. The employer told the man he worked for A-CH, an online art gallery. He said he would send the man a check via UPS in the amount of $2,640, and the victim was told to cash the check in the employer's checking account and keep $400 for himself. However, he did cash that check on August 12th, and 6 days later, the Darien Bank of America contacted him to report that that check was fraudulent. He reported the incident to police on the same day. Police are investigating the origins of the check and the account it was deposited into, and whether or not they can identify the man that the victim met with. And a 65-year-old Norwalk man was arrested in New Canaan on Forest Street during the Out For Autism walk and run around 7:25 in the evening on Friday and charged with threatening and breach of peace. Police say they responded to a report of an irate man who was screaming at and threatening people in the area of East Avenue and Main Street. They then arrested Angelo Malisi and gave him a court date of September 6th. And the Trumbull Police Department has established a school resource officer program at Trumbull High School beginning this year. Officer Blake Petty will be the school SRO. He recently graduated a national training program and has been an officer in Trumbull for 8 years, including a role as a field training officer since 2014 and a bike patrol officer since 2015. Petty said he's eager to help develop a partnership between the school and public service, where he hopes to facilitate an environment for students to be successful. And finally, we always love a good wildlife photo. The Easton Courier reports that a big black bear was spotted on Eden Hill Road opposite Easton Heights Lane on Sunday night around 7 in the evening. Easton resident Suzanne Pralbilski saw the bear and sent the photo to the Courier. Black bears are not that common in most of Connecticut, but their population is rising rapidly, according to the Connecticut Department of Energy and Environmental Protection. The bears have a particularly sensitive sense of smell and are drawn to any kind of food source. But that does it for this coffee break news brief. You can follow all the FCAC Tour action on Twitter and Snapchat, and we'll have another news brief for you later today. See you then.